Sir, please check the Google Sheet now, sir. There is nothing in the H column, sir.
Yes, F column. I thought I said F column.
Sir, please check it now. Is it okay, sir?
Yeah, it is okay. It is okay.
F is F, sir.
Yeah. If it is okay now.
Okay, sir. Okay, that's. So it's 3 o'clock. I think we can start now, sir. There is some join.
Yeah, I don't know how many people have joined. Very less. Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, learners. So I find Ritesh there, Nivedita, Shanbed, Mautika, Afra, Mir, Pratik, Manik, Vishal, Indrajit, Anuj, Dilip, and here's someone 1928 something. Anyway, welcome to you all. I believe some more people will join very soon. So I hope you are learning this course with interest. So it's an opportunity for us to see each other, and you can ask me questions, whatever you have doubts, you may please ask. But before that, I will just look at the questions that already have been asked by some of your co-learners. So let me answer those questions, and then I will take the questions live. So for that, okay. So let me first share the screen. Yeah. So the first question is Chandrasekhar Madini. He has asked that he has some installation problem of the software. Actually, I have already replied to the email message. Yesterday, I was just going through all the email messages, and I already stated that the installation problem at your end cannot be solved by us from here remotely. We can only advise. Some of the computers you may have some software or some configuration which will resist the Aspen Plus software to load or to identify. So those are the things you have to solve the problem yourself at your end. One thing is sure that if others are able to install the software without any problem, then you also can do it. Maybe you have to reinstall the software, or in extreme cases, you may have to reinstall the Windows. Maybe you have to take Windows version 10 or so. But definitely, the software can be installed in your machine, and that much I can say. And if any of you are staying in Guwahati city or nearby, you can just bring your laptop to my office in IIT. I can solve your problem if possible. And the next question is Amit Kumar Sharma. I am not able to access the Aspen Plus software. There is a license error code 5. It should not happen because we have more number of licenses. I think 150 licenses we have. So unless 150 participants are simultaneously trying to access the software, this license error should not be visible. Okay. And Vatchal Bhattar saying, sir, what is actually asked in assignment 2, question number 6 to question number 10? Yes, I must say that there has been a mistake from the TA's end, the teaching assistant's end, because he has not given the preamble of the question numbers 6 to 10, because there is a statement before question number 6 to 10. So by now, you might have noticed that there are two parts in the question paper. Part A, every assignment, there are two parts, part A and part B. So part A contains the questions um, which are which can be answered without the help of the software. If you learn the video lectures properly, it is possible for you to answer those questions. But part B, that will have the portion where you should have the software installed in your machine and it is in active condition so that you can run the software and then only you can get the answers of question number 6 to 10. So question number 6 to 10 is actually part B. So I sincerely regret the inconvenience caused. But yesterday morning, uh, I have given that portion. That is the statement before question number 6 to 10. So whoever has seen it, I hope you have answered the question number 6 to 10 properly after seeing the statement. Then Khaled is asking, how can we make simulation for fuel cell to calculate power and heat which reactor can use for that? Now, Khaled, actually you are asking a question which you should ask after the course is over, because in the next, I mean, from uh, week week 6 onwards, 6 to 12, we have a lot of case studies that you can see and learn how to use reactor, how to calculate power and heat duty, etc. But as far as fuel cell is concerned, no, Aspen does not have any menu-driven model for fuel cell, to be very specific. But it is definitely possible to create a code for fuel cell and attach the code that is user model. But in this basic level of course, uh, I have not included user model because it needs a bit more knowledge about the system. So to cut it short, no, you cannot really simulate fuel cell for that matter. But definitely for the other reactor conditions, such as, I mean, the traditional reactor configurations like PSTR or PFR or batch reactor, those can be simulated, and you will learn them in subsequent lectures. Then Vaishnavi Arsule is asking, I am facing problem with the software. After installing, it is displaying license checkout failed. So how to solve this issue? As I said, that licensing should not be a problem. You have to enter the server address properly, and I believe it can be, unless more than 150 learners are simultaneously trying to access the license. This license check failed out error message should not be displayed. Indrajit Dash, how can we use Aspen Plus for CO2 capture using ionic liquid experiment? Again, the same question. I mean, the same thing I can answer that um, so much specific experimental details or very much customized reactor cannot be modeled in Aspen Plus. But definitely, if it falls under some kind of say absorber. So as you are saying that you want to uh, capture CO2 in ionic liquid, definitely you will use some absorber, right? So you can use absorber model where you can put ionic liquid into it and as liquid and CO2 as gas, and then you can try it. Okay? Absorber model. And absorber model, I have discussed it in detail, so you can check. Then Ashim Bira is saying, I can't download software. I tried so many times, failed. Sorry, I can't help. Download how to download the software. Yeah, on 26th of July, then in the announcement page, you can see on 26th of July the link of uh, software has been given. So you can. There are 4 or 5 links, I believe. Uh, so you can download the software from there. I don't know how you're not able to download it, uh, but it's a huge software, more than 10 to 12 GB, I believe. So it's a huge software. So you have to be patient. Probably you should have some kind of download manager or something, so that if the link breaks after some time, we should not be beginning it from the very beginning. Uh, so that kind of aid can help you. Then Pratik Shatya is asking, hello sir, I have a doubt regarding week 1, lecture 1 in the N-pentane and N-hexane example. By pen and paper we solved by using Antoine's equation. Can we run the same question in Aspen Plus only by using Antoine equation but not from the data bank of Aspen Plus? Is it possible to do like that? Pratik, I believe you have asked the same question through email, and I have answered it. So you can check. No, actually, it is not possible. Aspen has its own data bank. Aspen has given several options to choose. I mean, several possibilities. So you have to choose your model. I do not know whether specifically Antoine equation is there in that list of option. I have not explored it. So uh, I really do not know whether Antoine equation is there, but um, you have to use something whichever has been given by Aspen. But having said that, if you are not happy with any of the model that Aspen suggests, in such situation, you can create your own model. Okay, you can create your own model, and in that model, you can provide the Antoine equation structure, and then it is possible for you to regression, do the regression and get the model parameter. So it is possible, and in the property analysis method, you will be you, you will learn then. Uh, I mean, it is too early to explain how the things are done because it has been explained in the lecture with examples. So you can just wait for the appropriate lecture where I have already discussed how the regression is done. And there, I believe you can do the regression and find out Antoine equation parameter and use it. So yes, your answer is both yes and no. Yes, because you can do some regression of your own and attach it, and no, because Aspen does not give any ready-made equation for you. Um, as far as my knowledge goes, it doesn't allow anything and everything. But whether Antoine equation particularly is there, sorry, I do not know. I cannot comment on that. Then Rajkamal Barbara is saying, sir, how can I got note? How can I got note? Well, I do not have any note. But the transcript of the lectures are available. I believe you can download them, transcript. So transcript is whatever uh, I have narrated during the lecture. So that note you can have. But if you're asking for any PowerPoint presentation or some handout, sorry, I have nothing to offer. Those things I do not have. And then Shumanta Shankara is saying, hello, sir, just install step one, and then I was unable to continue the next step server tool. I tried with my PC administrator account. It failed to continue installation. I attached the screenshot of the PC. Again and again, I'm saying, I mean, these are the things that I cannot solve at your end. I mean, PC administrator, as I said, you can try with system, I mean, computer name, PC name, system, and password, you can leave blank, and then you can try. If it doesn't help, then probably the Windows configuration is not proper. I mean, there are others who are able to download and install. So if it is not happening in your machine, I really do not know what is the problem. Then Farhin Khan is saying, I am unable to install the software. Sorry, I can't help. Ajin J is saying, can you explain about what is methods like NRTL, SRK, Unifac, etc., and why we are using it? Sorry, Farin Khan, you are a chemical engineer. You should know as much as I know. If you have studied chemical engineering thermodynamics, you should not ask me this question. One thing I can tell you about that Aspen Plus is not an alternative for you to alternative to your chemical engineering knowledge. Okay, so you should have the required knowledge in chemical engineering and then apply it in Aspen Plus. What Aspen Plus is doing, it is reducing your effort to write the code or to do the pen and paper based calculation or similar things like that. But Aspen Plus is never, it cannot replace your chemical engineering knowledge. So NRTL, SRK, NRTL is non-random true liquid. SRK is suave red liquid. So these are the thermodynamic property methods that are available for use. Now, you should read your chemical engineering thermodynamics properly to understand what they are. But you should know where to use them. I mean, when you study about NRTL method, it is not specific to Aspen Plus. Okay, so when you study NRTL or when you study Redlich-Kwon swab, then the textbook where you study, they will tell you how to use those property methods in what cases. Some of the people, they ask me, sir, I have this system, that system, which property method I can use? I mean, there are certain thumb rules, okay, and you can use them, but there is no guarantee that a particular method is, the most ideal method for a system. So it can give you certain guidelines, but you may have to try out various property methods, I mean, similar type of property method, and check which one is giving you the most appropriate result, which you have obtained through your experimental method. Okay, so that property method will be ideal for you. So if you still have some difficulty, you may consult the property method assistant. Okay, but always remember, property method assistant will suggest you a method. It will not solve your problem in choosing your method. Okay, the choice of method is in your hand because you are the chemical engineer, not Aspen. So you can uh, you can ask Aspen to use the particular property. Okay, you should not expect Aspen will solve your problem. Aspen does not have any brain. Okay, Aspen is just a tool. Okay. Then Shubhos Sinha is saying while installing Aspen Plus, is showing invalid username and password. So as I said, username you can try system and password you can leave blank. In many cases, this thing work. Okay. Anuj Kumar is saying in assignment of week 1, question number 12, the answer should be false. Lee-Kessler property method is a virial EOS and not cubic EOS as told in the lecture. Please correct here the correct answer. Okay, I take this complaint further and I will definitely check, and whatever is the correct answer, I will update it. Okay, thank you, Anuj Kumar, for pointing it out. Bablu Chauhan is saying, I request you to post any update day before so we can able to go through the message in assignment 2. I saw the problem later in your post after submitting answers. I searched the problem here, not found. Okay. I'm sorry, Bablu Chauhan. Yeah, you are right. I mean, I should have gone through the messages a bit earlier, but the message was reported to me by somebody through email. And if you have any urgent question, please do not depend upon the message box. You directly email to me. My email ID is there with you. It is p.saha@iitg.ac.in. So please write the email to me. I will definitely answer you then and there. So even in any of the subsequent, I will ask my teaching assistant to update the subsequent assignments properly. In fact, I have reported to him, and he is also sorry about this mishap. But in future also, if you find there is some problem, something is missing in assignment, then please immediately write to me at my official email address, that is p.saha@iitg.ac.in. Then I can readily give you the answer. Okay, so Bablu Chauhan, I hope in next assignment onwards, you will not have such complaint. Okay, so I have done with all the questions that I had in the Excel sheet. So we can go back to live session. Okay, so there are all 24 candidates I find over here. So you may please ask me questions.
Hello, sir. This is
Yes,
Vishal Kokati
Vishal.
here.
Yeah, Vishal.
Actually, I have one question for you. That is for property estimation of hydrocarbon mixture. Uh, Actually, I have carbon percentage and hydrogen percentage, and just they have defined there are 50% are alkane and 50% are alkene. So, how to estimate property for that type of mixture? They have not defined compound, exact compound. They have given carbon and hydrogen percentage only, and percentage of alkene and percentage of alkene. And they have given carbon
Yeah,
range, that is, and hydrogen
yeah,
range.
yeah. That's the kind of problem you cannot solve. You should have certain proper identity of a system. And I will just show it. Perhaps I have not covered that lecture yet. Open it. Okay. So here, um, you can always say that, okay, tell me your compounds.
Sir, the carbon range is around C14.
Okay, just 1 minute. So you can say that your compound name is Vishal 1. Okay, obviously there is no Vishal 1 the Aspen. So it will always say conventional. You can say that it is a non-conventional component, which you really do not know what it is. And when you want to go for a, property method, it will always ask, okay, don't do it now. Here you can find non-conventional, okay? Here
Yes, sir.
you have you have to you have to before that, let's next it, next, type next, and you can, for instance, you can use ideal, and then it will ask for the enthalpy and density, the model, enthalpy density model of that particular component that you are looking for. And here, it is a general enthalpy model for a conventional component. So you can just enter there. I mean, whatever is right. I mean, each and every model, uh, this is a density model for char or coke based on IGT correlation component. So um, component attributes to alternal and sulfonal. Now, I have never worked with these things like alternal and sulfonal. So if you ask me, I cannot directly answer this question, but it is always possible for you. Suppose nth gen. Okay, you can go to this file and say nth gen, and here they will give you the general heat capacity polynomial. So you can set your um, set your um, experimental value. So whatever alkane or alkene, whatever you have, so they must give you some kind of experimental data.
Yes, sir.
Whether it is falling into this nth gen property or it's falling into this available for your use. So you can use any one of them, whichever is matching the most. So I mean, it will not give you the exact value. Never exact, but definitely it will give you some kind of satisfactory answer to your requirement.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Sir, I have another question regarding
Okay, Vishal.
sulfuric acid. So, if I have to find a properties for some 22% sulfuric acid concentration, then how to find that
Sorry.
property in Aspen?
Please come again.
If I have to find a concentration as 22% sulfuric acid properties in Aspen, then how to find means, I have 98% properties in Aspen Plus directly, but if I have to find 22%, 23%, 24% sulfuric acid properties like density, enthalpy, like that, then how
Okay,
to
the
find
best.
it in Aspen?
Yeah, then best way of doing it, you just go there. Say you delete it. Then you say H2SO4, and then you say water. Run the property method. Go to simulation. And then you check a mixture. And here you give a feed input and feed output. And then you can set a feed value. So what is the mole fraction that you set? 0.24.
Yes, sir.
So if it is 0.24, you just write 0.24 or 25 say, and then give 75% of water, give 1 mole, and if it is at room temperature, make it 25 degrees centigrade, 1 atmosphere pressure, and then block. Okay, what is the next? Run simulation, yes. Run the simulation. Okay, no error, no warning. Go to result summary. Someone is talking, please. I do not know who is. Okay. Anyway, so that's what it is. So your stream, this is your feed, and this is your product. And the feed, you want molar enthalpy, you get it. Mass enthalpy, you get it. Entropy, density, everything you have. Whatever you need, you have it. Did I
Sir, actually,
answer?
yes, yes, sir. I got the
Okay.
answer. But I done this type of simulation in Aspen Plus. But actually, what problem I am facing is actual data that is available from the plant and from the literature. That is not matching with this type of, means if you do the mixture type combinations, that is not matching with technical data available on the Google and that data available from experiment. And there is a deviation, a lot more deviation.
Oh, sorry, by mistake, I have closed it. Huh. So you said that your data is not matching with the Google. Okay, so
Yes, ENIST data and experimental data, sir.
then you have not used the proper property method.
Okay.
You should use proper property method. Okay. Otherwise, it should match.
Okay.
I mean,
Thank you.
100% matching you cannot expect, because ultimately it is simulation. Simulation can
Yes, sir.
never match with 100% with the experimental thing. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mm. Okay, Dilip Raja is asking something. Okay, I didn't see, but chat. Yeah, chat box, there are certain questions. Manik Gaikwar is asking, is its validity up to 15th August? What validity? I don't understand what validity is talking. What is Aspen software validity? Oh, Aspen software validity. Okay, 15th August. I know what you are asking. Actually, Aspen, we had purchased the license for 1 year. So it is educational license. It's always given for 1 year. So last year, 15th August, we purchased. So it now whatever license you are using, it is last year's license. So this year also we have purchased the license, and by 15th August we shall update the license. So don't worry, your work will not be hampered, your course will not be hampered. We have already got the license. From 15th August midnight onwards, the new license will take over. So don't worry about this validity business. It is still valid. Okay. Bablu Chauhan, sir, your voice is not clear. Sorry. I mean, others, I believe they are able to. Vishal didn't complain anything, so maybe at your end there is some problem. Vishal, did you hear my voice properly?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Vishal, okay. So Bablu, probably it is a problem at your end. So Dilip Raja is asking, sir, is it possible to create electro-swing adsorption system for CO2 capture in Aspen Plus? No. Electro-swing, I know pressure swing adsorption. To be very frank, I do not know electro-swing adsorption. So I myself have to learn it. So Dilip Raja, sorry, I cannot answer your question. But definitely, we do not have any electroswing adsorption block in Aspen Plus. So it is possible for you to write the code. In fact, many years back, I wrote one code for pressure swing adsorption, and it has been written in Aspen custom modeler. So it is a higher version of, something which you cannot do with Aspen Plus. that you can do. You can write your own code in Aspen custom modeler. So that I did as, I mean, maybe 10, 12 years back. I wrote a code for pressure swing adsorption, but I do not know what is electro swing adsorption. So sorry, I don't have any answer to that. Anuj Kumar is asking, sir, in the problem solving session, the TA told that the due date will be extended for assignment week 2. Is it gonna be updated or not? Well, I have talked to NPTEL people, and they said that assignment dates are not extended. So sorry. So I can't help. I mean, I'm not the person who can, who can take the decision on assignment. If they are saying that it cannot be extended, I cannot force it to extend. Okay. Bablu Chauhan, now okay. Oh, so you are talking about your voice. Okay. My voice rather. Thanks, Bablu Chauhan. It's good that you are able to listen. Manik is saying that in Decanter, how to calculate its size and dimension. Well, Manik, I already answered your question. You probably have asked this question in the. I answered you through email. Okay, but still, if you are not happy with that, I will try to answer it over here. For that, let me open. Okay, so what Manik is asking about the decanter. Suppose this is the decanter, and so decanter actually ideally it will be like this. So this is one. Okay, I will draw it a bit larger. So ideally, a decanter will look like this. Okay, and this is probably the second liquid. So this is the second liquid or lighter liquid, and this is the heavier liquid, right? So are you able to see it, my drawing? Anyone answer, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, okay, thank you. So what Manik is asking, how to calculate the size of this decanter. Now, Aspen doesn't calculate the size. Okay, Aspen has its own limitation. Aspen will tell you how much flow rate will be this side, how much flow rate will be at that side, because this is the heavier liquid, and this is the lighter liquid. Okay, so Aspen will tell you only that. So for size calculation, you may have to go for the fluid static. Okay, so for that, I mean, as you can understand that this is the height for, say, this is the height H1, the lighter liquid, sorry, heavier liquid, and this is the height of, or say this is the height of H2. So height of heavier liquid is HV, and height of lighter liquid is HL. Okay. And suppose the density of this liquid will be, say, rho V, and this is, say, rho L. Okay. So then what is the pressure of that? Pressure is, say, H rho G, and here it is H V rho V into G is equal to the total pressure. Okay. So suppose the total pressure is HT, so total height. So it will be, so if you take the, if you take the liquid from this end, say you are taking this liquid from this end, then this height H2, say HT height, so HT will be, it is HT into rho V into G. Okay, so this will be balanced by the entire, and if you have a vent kind of thing, then this side also, say, it will be an atmospheric pressure, and this side also it will be atmospheric pressure. So it will nullify. So you can always look at it this manner. And so HT is equal to, the total is HL and HV, HL and HV. So from these two equations, you can, get the value of HL in terms of others. So from there, I mean, so this is the fluid static calculation that you can do. And the size of the vessel, the separation time of a decanter will be something like T is equal to 100 mu by I think rho A, I mean rho V minus rho L. If I remember it correctly, this is the time of separation. I mean, time required for heavy liquid and light liquid to separate. So this is the empirical formula. Okay. So, and this viscosity is in centipoise, and this will be in kg per meter cube. Okay. So this is the time of separation. It takes this much of time to separate them. So you have to give this much of time to the decanter to separate. So suppose you have a flow rate of, say, F, okay? Then you have to give this much of time to the decanter to separate. So the fluid's residence time has to be this much, okay? So what should be the volume? Volume will be the, so it should be, what is the residence time? The volume by F, that is T, right? So volume will be, flow is meter cube per hour or liters per hour or liters per second, whatever the flow is. So if you want to calculate V, then V should be equal to F into T. Okay. So whatever the flow rate of the mixture that you are giving into the decanter, multiply with the separation time that you calculate, and then you can find the volume. So this much of volume should be there, should be maintained. Okay, and obviously you cannot fill the entire decanter with liquid, so you have to keep some gap. So you may take, say, 30% extra of this, so 1.3 times of V, maybe the actual volume of the decanter. So this way you can find the sizing of decanter. So Aspen doesn't do this calculation. So Aspen doesn't have that provision. So these are the fluid static calculation. You have to do it at your end. So I hope I have answered Manik's question. So, yeah. Okay. So Bablu Chauhan is again asking, I am using V12 plus 12.1, but I am getting some different flash options in heater as compared to V11. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible because every time, but it will not be so different, I mean, the data will not be absolutely different. Okay. If you are getting very much different, then obviously either you are doing wrong or I am doing wrong. So both cannot be correct with our respective versions. So a slight difference is okay. I mean, version to version, that much variation happens. Okay. And then Abhishek is asking, version 12 interface is different as compared to previous version. Can you please upload lectures by using V12 versions? For that, I again have to take 30 hours lecture, my friend. It is not possible to take 30 hours lecture. But again, the interface is not that very different. Okay. It is not like version 8 and version 12. It's not like that. Version 11 and 12, the interface difference is not that much. I have used both of them. But obviously, if you go back to version 8 or that was, say, 10 years back, it was quite different. So any more question? I have covered all the meeting chats. Still, I have around 8 minutes left for this session. Okay, guys. If you do not have any question, then we will call off the session. Yeah, Jean is saying, can we get the recording of the previous live classes? No, this is the first live class. This is the first live session of mine, actually. I mean, this particular session, this is the first live session.
Hello, sir, Bablu Chauhan.
Pablo, yeah, Pablo. Are you able to listen properly right now?
Yes, yes. Of course,
Yeah,
actually,
Pablo.
for
Okay.
that 2 minutes only, there was an issue with the speaker, mic, I think.
Okay.
So
Glad that
actually,
it
in
is.
second assignment, I answered the 4 answers wrong. Actually, I was not able to see the questions that was posted yesterday. So I answered it from your video lecture. I thought that is from there, and I solved that problem from the example and answered in that way. So that got wrong actually. So can we have another attempt for that?
That is against NPTEL policy, and that's not, again, I'm saying. I mean, I have noticed it very late. Okay, so from next time onwards, you can please write to me immediately whenever you find any problem or any issue. Please write to me at this email address. Okay? Do not
Okay,
ask
sir.
in.
Yes.
Let me write it. So this is my email address. Do not depend upon the Google Sheet. You just write an email to me directly, okay? And I can guarantee that you will get an answer immediately, okay?
Yes, sir. Okay. Sir, one more thing. In assignment
Yeah.
1, in the last 12 number question, as already someone have questioned, Lee Kessler
Yeah, I will
property
check that. I will check that.
method is, yes, is a virial equation.
Okay,
So
I'll
that
check
is
that.
also getting wrong.
If your answer is correct, definitely you will get marks. Don't worry.
And sir, one question was there in first assignment in 8 number question. Which of the following was not mentioned in what's new in Aspen Plus version 9? So that was asked for version 9. That also got wrong.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes,
Why do you think it is wrong?
the question was asked of version 9, but currently we are using version 12.
For that you can always go to the version, right? Version 9. It is possible for you to go to version 9. You don't know how to go to version 9?
Yes, I went there, but I saw that engineering enhancement was there, not there in version 9. That was included in version 12. So that answer is also getting wrong. I don't know why.
Okay. Wait. So which question you are talking about?
Question number 8.
Question number 8. Which of the following was not mentioned in what's new? Okay. So if you go to your resources and check for updates, what's new and version 9. Okay. Yeah. So these are the version 9 things, right?
Yes.
Okay. So engineering enhancement is there. Physical property enhancement is there. Workflow usability enhancement is there. So simulation environment enhancement is not there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, yes. All right, sir. Sir, sometime I get a message like local system account is used for Aspen version 12, but SQL Express 2014 is not installed. Why I am getting this type of message?
Sorry, what you have not installed?
I have installed already and working on that.
Then what is the problem?
Sometimes I get this message from Aspen online message, like local
What
system
message?
account message that local system account is used for Aspen online version 12.1 service, but SQL Express 2014 is not installed.
Some Windows message. So, I mean, your purpose is being solved right now, is it? I mean, you are able to use Aspen.
Yes, able to use.
Okay, be happy with that. So don't worry about this message. It comes, you just click and just do your work.
Okay.
Okay, what about others? I still have only 1 minute left, so you can. Well, Manik again asked some question. In Exchanger, when I go to rigorous calculation of cell and tube, it shows install Exchanger rating program. Yeah, we have not subscribed to this. Install Exchanger rating program, we have not subscribed. So you cannot use it. Because each and everything in Aspen is quite pricey. So we have purchased only that much, whatever we are teaching and whatever is required for this particular course. Aspen and rigorous calculation of shell and tube exchanger, it needs a bit more extensive calculation procedure, and that we have not practiced. We have purchased in the department. In fact, in version 11, probably I have discussed about it, but we have purchased in our department in chemical engineering, but it's for our own use in our own department. It's not for the NPTEL course. So I'm sorry, if you want to use it, you have to procure it at your company or at your college or wherever. There. It's not there in NPTEL. Okay. Well, so it is already 4 o'clock. I hope you have learned something during this live session. So we can just close down. Thank you
Sir,
for
one
your
more
attention.
question before going. Sir,
Okay.
sorry to interrupt you. Sir, actually Tuesday lecture is recurring or you will inform before that?
Which Tuesday?
Tuesday, like yesterday, you took one lecture.
I didn't take any lecture.
But there was meeting yesterday, 6 to 7.
Then someone else has taken that lecture, not me.
Okay, okay.
You have to ask the NPTEL authority about it.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Queen, can I leave now?